Creek and crick are essentially the same word to describe this area or place. However, one is a lot more subtle than the other. Crick is a lot more subtle than creek, which is a little bit more dramatic and effortful. Which is why it bothers me that crickets have their name, because they got the subtle variation. Those noisy bastards? It should be creek for those creatures 100%. And I'm gonna go a step further. We're gonna make crickets creakeats, because they are just non-stop yeeting from the creek and making their voices heard. Non-stop annoyance out of those things. They should not have this understated, soft-spoken name. Nah, they have to be loud and obnoxious. They're the creakeats. And I was a little tempted to go with something like yeetcreets, but I think that one is a little bit more generic, where I could kind of maybe lump in really noisy animals into that. That might be a further English change in the future. For today, we're just going to stick with the specific 4 crickets, which are now creakeats. Let me know if you think this was the best variation I could have gone with, or if like maybe yeet creeks could have been a little bit better, or if you have any other ideas. I just don't want to hear this in the comments section. I get enough of that, please. Come on now. On to Whips Picks. Song of the day is Immortal by J. Cole. I selected this because it comes off of my favorite J. Cole album of For Your Eyes Only, and I also just did the Wiplish Rap Wrap-Up, which is a parody of one of the big songs off that album, which is Nexivs, a word I changed, and now I have my own version of that, which I just released yesterday. Turned out great, really happy with it. And so I wanted to choose in another song off of that album because I really appreciate it. I think it's one of the most important rap albums to come out in the last couple of years. Immortal keeps this kind of gritty sound that carries throughout the album, and I think it's spectacular. Would give it a listen, and also make sure to check out the wrap-up. The video of the day is all of Sean Connery's corrections and misreads on the Celebrity Jeopardy segment of SNL. And I used to really love these segments when Will Ferrell was the host, and of course all the celebrities they make out to be completely idiotic, which is a little fun, but there's a couple that are super memorable. Sean Connery and Burt Reynolds, who is played by Norm Macdonald. He's also a great addition, but I decided to kind of spotlight all these different misreads because I think they're really funny and I enjoyed these for a long time. I don't watch a ton of SNL and I haven't seen much of the modern stuff, but there's some old classics that I really enjoy. That's it for the Daily Deep. Peace out.